Have you ever found yourself stuck in a situation where someone's words or actions have gotten under your skin, where you felt the weight of negativity dragging you down, and you can't seem to shake it off? What if I told you that the key to rising above these moments lies in 3 simple actions? Ignore, smile, and move. Life has a way of throwing curveballs at us when we least expect it. Whether it's a coworker's snide remark, a friend's betrayal, or a stranger's unkind gesture, we all face moments that threaten to steal our peace and happiness. But what if I told you that you have the power to choose how you respond to these challenges? You see, we can't control what others say or do, but we can control how we react to it. And that's where the magic happens. When someone says or does something that bothers you, the first step is to ignore it. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but wait, shouldn't I stand up for myself? Shouldn't I confront them? And while there may be times when that's necessary, more often than not, engaging with negativity only gives it more power. By ignoring the hurtful words or actions, you're sending a message to yourself and to the world that you refuse to let others dictate your emotional state. You're choosing to rise above the pettiness and focus on what truly matters. But ignoring isn't enough on its own. The second step is to smile. Yes, you heard me right, smile. Even if you don't feel like it, even if it feels forced at first, the simple act of smiling can transform your entire outlook. When you smile, you're telling your brain that everything is okay, that you've got this. And as you continue to smile, you'll find that the negativity starts to lose its grip on you. You'll feel lighter, more at peace, and more in control of your own happiness. But the final step is perhaps the most important of all. Move on. Don't dwell on the hurtful words or actions. Don't let them fester in your mind and heart. Instead, choose to let them go and focus on the good in your life. Move on to the things that bring you joy, the people who lift you up, and the pursuits that give your life meaning and purpose. Surround yourself with positivity and watch as the negativity fades into the background. Now, I know this is easier said than done. It takes practice, patience, and persistence to master the art of ignoring, smiling, and moving on. But I promise you, it's worth it. When you learn to rise above the negativity and focus on the good, you'll find that your life becomes richer, more fulfilling, and more joyful than you ever thought possible. You'll attract people and opportunities that align with your values and your purpose. And you'll find yourself living a life that truly reflects your inherent worth and potential. But it all starts with a choice to ignore the haters, to smile in the face of adversity, and to move on to greener pastures. So the next time someone tries to bring you down, remember these 3 simple steps. Take a deep breath, ignore their words, smile with all your heart, and move on to the things that truly matter. And as you do this, as you practice this art of rising above, you'll find that your confidence and resilience will grow stronger with each passing day. You'll become a beacon of positivity and light, and inspiring others to follow in your footsteps and choose happiness over negativity. And before you know it, you'll look back on those challenging moments and realize that they were just stepping stones on your path to a brighter, more beautiful future. But this journey of rising above is not a one-time event. It's a daily practice, a lifelong commitment to choosing joy and peace over negativity and pain. There will be days when it feels harder than others, days when the negativity seems to be coming at you from all sides. But remember, you have the power within you to rise above it all. You have the strength, the resilience, and the wisdom to ignore the haters. Smile in the face of adversity and move on to the life you truly deserve. And as you continue to practice this art of rising above, you'll find that it becomes second nature. You'll find yourself instinctively ignoring the negativity, smiling with ease, and moving on to the things that truly matter. And as you do this, as you live your life with positivity and purpose, you'll inspire others to do the same. You'll create a ripple effect of joy and kindness that will touch the lives of everyone you meet, and you'll leave a legacy of love and light that will endure long after you're gone. So I invite you today and every day, to choose to rise above, to ignore the haters, smile with all your heart, and move on to the life you truly deserve. It won't always be easy, but I promise you, it will always be worth it. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. You have a community of people who are cheering you on, who believe in your inherent worth and potential, and who are here to support you every step of the way. So lean on them when you need to, offer your support when you can, and never forget that you're part of something bigger than yourself. Together, we can create a world where negativity loses its power, where joy and kindness reign supreme, and where every single person knows that they have the strength within them to rise above anything life throws their way. See, it starts with a choice. It starts with a deep breath, and it starts with 3 simple words. Ignore, smile, move on. Let me share a personal story with you. When I was younger, I found myself in a toxic relationship that slowly eroded my self-esteem and happiness. My partner at the time had a habit of criticizing everything I did, from the way I dressed to the way I spoke to the dreams I held dear. At first, I tried to fight back. I argued, I defended myself, I tried to prove my worth. But the more I engaged with the negativity, the more it seemed to grow. I found myself getting sucked into a vortex of anger, resentment, and pain, and I didn't know how to break free. It wasn't until a wise friend shared the secret of ignoring, smiling, and moving on that everything changed. At first, it felt impossible. How could I ignore the hurtful words and actions that cut me so deeply? How could I smile when I felt like crying? How could I move on when I felt so stuck? But I decided to give it a try. The next time my partner launched into a tirade of criticism, I took a deep breath and I ignored it. I didn't engage, I didn't argue, I didn't try to defend myself. I simply let the words wash over me and focused on my own inner peace. And then I smiled, not because I felt happy, but because I knew that smiling was a choice. I smiled because I refused to let someone else's negativity steal my joy. I smiled because I knew that I deserved better, and I was determined to claim it. And finally, I moved on. I walked away from the toxic relationship, and I started focusing on the things that brought me happiness and fulfillment. I surrounded myself with positive people who lifted me up, and I pursued my passions with renewed energy and purpose. It wasn't easy, and it didn't happen overnight. But slowly, steadily, I started to feel the weight of negativity lifting from my shoulders. I started to feel lighter, freer, and more at peace with myself and the world around me. And as I continue to practice the art of ignoring, smiling, and moving on, I found that it became easier and more natural. I found myself attracting more positivity and joy into my life, and I started to see challenges as opportunities for growth and learning rather than obstacles to be overcome. Now, I won't pretend life is always sunshine and rainbows. There are still days when negativity creeps in, when the haters try to bring me down, and when the world feels heavy and hard. But I've learned that I have the power within me to rise above it all. And that's what I want to share with you today. But power to choose your own happiness, to create your own reality, and to live a life that truly reflects your inherent worth and potential. It starts with a simple choice, a choice to ignore the negativity, smile in the face of adversity, and move on to the things that truly matter. And it continues with a daily practice, a commitment to rising above the fray and focusing on the good in yourself and the world around you. It's not always easy, but I promise you, it's always worth it. When you learn to master the art of ignoring, smiling, and moving on, you'll find that your life becomes richer, more fulfilling, and more joyful than you ever thought possible. You'll attract people and opportunities that align with your highest self, and you'll find yourself living a life that truly reflects your values and your purpose. And best of all, you'll inspire others to do the same. You'll become a beacon of positivity and light in a world that so desperately needs it, and you'll leave a legacy of love and kindness that will endure long after you're gone. So I invite you today and every day to choose to rise above, to ignore the haters, smile with all your heart, and move on to the life you truly deserve. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. You have a community of people who are here to support you, to lift you up, and to remind you of your inherent worth and potential. Lean on them. When you need to, offer your support when you can, and never forget that you are part of something bigger than yourself. Together. Now, we can create a world where negativity loses its power, where joy and kindness reign supreme, and where every single person knows that they have the strength within them to rise above anything life throws their way. It starts with a choice, it starts with a smile, and it starts with a deep knowing that you are enough just as you are. So let's make that choice together, and let's start living the life we truly deserve. A life filled with positivity, purpose, and endless possibility. Then if you ever find yourself struggling, if you ever feel like the negativity is getting the best of you, just remember those 3 simple words: ignore, smile, move on. Take a deep breath. Tune out the noise and focus on the good that surrounds you. Smile with all your heart, even if it feels forced at first, and watch as the world starts to smile back. And then move on to the things that bring you joy, to the people who lift you up, and to the life you truly deserve. It's a practice. It's a journey, and it's a choice that you get to make every single day. And with each choice, with each smile, with each step forward, you'll find yourself growing stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you ever thought possible. So keep going, keep shining, keep rising above. The world needs your light, your love, and your unshakable spirit. And always remember, you are enough, you are worthy, and you are destined for greatness. Ignore the haters, smile with all your heart, and move on to the life of your dreams. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing positivity, and thank you for being a beacon of light in a world that so desperately needs it. Together we rise. Together we shine. Together we create a world where every single person knows the power of ignoring, smiling, and moving on. Let's do this, my friends. Let's rise above, and let's create a life and a world that we can all be proud of. The choice is yours. The power is within you, and the time is now. Ignore, smile, move on, and watch as your world transforms in ways you never thought possible. I believe in you. I'm cheering you on, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. Let's rise above together, and let's create a world where negativity loses its power and where joy and kindness reign supreme. It starts with a choice, and that choice is yours to make. So choose wisely, my friends. Choose positivity, choose joy, choose to rise above. And watch as your life and your world transform in ways you never thought possible. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to rise above, and thank you for being a beacon of light in a world that so desperately needs it. Together we've got this. Together we rise. Ignore, smile, move on. And let's create a life and a world that we can all be proud of.